Okay, today is November 23rd, 2015, and we're watching the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop. Tonight in Los Angeles, currently we have 36% humidity, relative humidity. The dew point is 30.5 degrees Fahrenheit. We have a temperature of 57.4 degrees, and the barometric pressure has dropped just a hair to 29.95. All right, so what we have here is a large storm system moving towards the west coast, and we can see a HAARP transmitter is applying heat right to the core of this system to break it down. Also, we have a lot of high pressure that is suddenly appearing right off the coast of California. Right here, we see clockwise movement occurring right here, and all through this area, we see high pressure opening up. And that is to block this system from moving into California. Also, we have a new tropical depression over here. Let's take a look at that on the National Hurricane Center map. This is 22E, and 22E currently has 35 mile per hour winds and a core pressure of 1005 millibar, moving due west at 20 miles per hour. Okay. Let's take a look at the, this is the infrared loop, and we can see that high pressure building in right here to block all this weather right here. Also, we have high pressure up here, and that is going to wind this new storm. This is a very powerful 971 millibar storm up and over and down into Canada. Now, the people on TV that forecast the weather are saying that we've got a good shot of rain for Thanksgiving. That is Southern California, but I don't think we're going to have any rain based on what's happened here. This whole area is opening up with high pressure. That's being installed by a HAARP transmitter. Let's go look at the water vapor map again. This entire area is just opening up today, right in here. Okay, we've got a area right here which is starting to open up. We're applying heat right here. And we'll keep an eye on this situation down here. This tropical depression should become a hurricane. We do see some evidence of a blast pattern right along this edge of the core of that system. Okay, let's take a look at some of these other maps. This is the East Pacific water vapor loop, and this is that 22E, that new depression. And we can see the general flow is out to the east. And I think that the people running these transmitters are going to maintain that easterly flow in case this develops into something big and significant. It will quickly be caught in the currents and move out to the east, away from what's happening north of the area there. So keep an eye on that. This shows the intensity. This is a fairly intense thunderstorm system here. Storm, we can see that it's starting to rotate a little bit. There's a core there trying to rotate. It looks like they hit it right here with a microwave right there. There's a pretty good blast pattern right on the northern flank of that storm system right there. We see a good amount of diminishment right up in this area. All right, let's go back and take a look at the water vapor map once again for this same view. It looks like they hit it right in here, right there, but that is definitely a blast pattern. So they're superheating the core of this new system right here, and that's the first big blast that we're looking at. We'll just keep an eye on that and see what develops. Okay, let's take a look at some of these other maps. This is the western U.S. water vapor loop, and we see this large storm system approaching the California coast, and they're placing heat all through here. This is a HAARP transmitter, obviously, very dry air amongst a low pressure system here that just passed through. We've got a low pressure system here. We've got low pressure down here. Yet there's a high just suddenly building in right at the right moment. So we'll keep an eye on that. Here is the infrared loop. This is a huge area of high pressure that's been built in. And this is the area down here which is being built out as well to block this. So this entire area here is high pressure, and there's no moisture of any real significance all through here. Today, we did not see chemtrails up in the foothill area. I was forecasting chemtrails, but I didn't see any. Although I did see some high-flying jets that were leaving very short trails that dissipated within just a matter of 10 seconds. And typically when that happens, we see the trails the very next day. They are up there sampling the air or doing something. They're probably taking weather measurements and to determine if the spraying is necessary. I always have noticed that if I see the jets leaving these short, well, they're contrails, I guess, because they dissipate immediately. But the very next day, then we see the jets out in force spraying the stuff, spraying chemtrails. So we'll keep an eye on that. If anybody in LA or nearby saw any chemtrails today, put a message up on the video. Okay, here is the jet stream, and we can see that what's happening here. This is moving right over the Aleutian Islands and then taking a turn to the south and then doing a U-turn right back over Washington to the northeast, and then out over Canada and back east again. So by installing a HAARP transmitter right here, heat, they're going to disrupt this flow. There's a storm up here, and they don't want that to get caught up in the jet stream and wind its way right down into Washington. So they're going to place high pressure right here, and that will disrupt this jet stream flow. All right, let's go back to the big map once again and take a look at that. Jet stream is sort of moving right into the corner here. Oh, yeah, we just saw that. Let's go back and take a look right here. So they're putting heat right here, and that is going to disrupt this horseshoe jet stream pattern that we were just looking at. Yeah, that horseshoe is right here just off of Oregon. So let's go look at this again. And that's right where they're applying their heat. This horseshoe U-turn in the jet stream occurs right here, and this is exactly where they have the heat, and that will disrupt this flow from this big storm here from winding down and getting into the United States. We can see that happening here. So they've deliberately disrupted that. Okay, let's go take a look at the this is the surface analysis map, and we can see this is that large storm right over Alaska, and 971 millibar with a huge cold front extending all the way down fairly far, long ways. And we have this is that low pressure system right off California, and this is forecast to move north because of high pressure that's blocking its path. This high pressure is all over. This is not really accurate. There's high pressure all through here, so this is going to move north, and this will be blocked. It's just going to be blocked. That's what I think is going to happen here. Let's go look at this map once again, and we should be getting rain. We're surrounded by a lot of weather over here, up here, right through here. But they're building this all out right here. This will all be high pressure, and that's going to stop that Plus they're chemtrailing the hell out of everything in here. All right. Let's take a look at the this is the sea level pressure map, and we can see where these highs and lows are placed. This is that high pressure. At the low, that's the storm that's trying to make its way into the west coast. We've got this 971 millibar storm here, and we have a high indicated 1047 millibar, I believe, or well, either that or 1017, probably 1047. I can't really read it from here, but high pressure right here. All right, let's take a look at the, this is the 300 millibar. So this low out here is going to have to ride up over this ridge to get into the west coast, and that is probably not going to happen because they're building in a lot of strong high pressure to block not only this system but this one up here. So that's what it looks like to me, is that they are going to block most of this stuff, most of this rain, most of this weather will be blocked, I believe. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we get a lot of rain, but the way the humidity is setting up right now, we had 10% 10% here. I think it was on the 22nd. That was yesterday. Today, this morning, around 10 a.m., it was 14%. Tonight, it's about 36, almost 37%. So the humidity is rising. So we'll keep an eye on everything, and we will do an update here tomorrow. Okay, that's it.